Welcome back to Fantasy Football Today, presented by Capital One. Lots of fun games coming up later today, starting at 4:25 Eastern. You got the Packers at the Vikings, the Chiefs at the Cardinals. That's an unbelievable matchup there. Over under 53.5, so it should be fun there. Raiders and Chargers over under 52, and the Giants and the Titans. Welcome back, Saquon Barkley. Welcome back, Derrick Henry. Hopefully they live up to the preseason billing and perform like top-tier running backs. And speaking of great running backs, we're now joined by one of the best in the business, Emory Hunt, to break down the 4 o'clock slate of games for us. And Emory, we're going to do a player prop for each of the afternoon games. And let's start with the first one here, Chiefs or Cardinals. What's the prop that people should be playing to win some money?
Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdown passes. One thing I love about Mahomes is that he's going to work touchdown to check down in the passing game. And number 2, inside the red zone, they take full advantage of those cheap touch-pass touchdowns. So I think that'll be the one to push him over this prop here. So I do love 2.5 touchdowns. Because, again, everybody wants to show everyone that they knew what they were doing in the offseason. Yes, they lose Tyreek Hill, but you still got Travis Kelce. You have Juju Smith-Schuster. You have all of these backs at your disposal. You're going to get the football to everyone, and everyone will have an opportunity to get into the end zone. But I do think he'll get into the end zone 3 times with his passes.
He dominates week 1, as you see here, 14 touchdowns, no interceptions, just 305.8 passing yards per game. I think he's going to get 1 to MVS, 1 to Juju Smith-Schuster, show off those new toys. Maybe he gets 1 to Travis Kelce as well. Get you over that 2.5. I'm with you on this prop for Patrick Mahomes. Let's go now to the Raiders and the Chargers. Your prop for this one is?
Josh Jacobs over 49.5 yards rushing. If you go back to last year, the issue with the Chargers was that they couldn't stop the run. You go back to this preseason, the Raiders established the run game in every preseason game. That's just a mindset establishment that they were trying to do, as opposed to, hey, this is what we're going to be scheme-wise. So they're trying to develop that physical mindset that we're going to run the football. They finished the season, the start of the season, how they finished last regular season against the same defense that, yeah, they added Khalil Mack, they added some other pieces, but mostly in the secondary. I still have to see if the Chargers can stop the run. So I don't think we'll see that in this game. So I do like Josh Jacobs and the host of those backs to have a field day run the football, but Jacobs in particular, I like going over 49.5 yards rushing.
It seems like such an easy number. It's strange that Vegas has it so low. The interesting thing to me is this coaching staff, how much do they trust Josh Jacobs? Because we know they basically cleared house with all the John Gruden and Mike Mayock guys. It feels like while he's healthy, he should be the guy, but if he screws up at all, could we see Zamir White? We know if they're trailing, we're probably going to see Amir Abdullah. But if he can't get 50 yards rushing, my God, it's going to be tough for Josh Jacobs all season long. So I'm with you on this player prop also. Let's go now to the Packers and the Vikings here. Should be a fun game. Aaron Rodgers, new toys, new coach for Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. What's the player prop between the Packers and Minnesota?
You mean the Super Bowl champion Minnesota Vikings?
Hey.
Here, if everybody's on the Vikings for whatever reason, as if the quarterback isn't 59-2 as a starter. So, but point being, in this ball game, they're going to try to feed the football to Justin Jefferson. So over 6.5 yards or 6.5 receptions, I think he'll get double digits. He's going to get double-digit targets, and he's for sure going to catch at least 7 of those. So I do like that they're going to try to get him the football. You talk about Kevin O'Connell and his passing offense and what he's going to do offensively. Kirk Cousins isn't dumb. He's going to find the best receiver they have and get him the football early and often in this game. So I like that prop for Justin Jefferson.
He's talking about being the best receiver in the NFL. He certainly has the credentials to get there, and hopefully the quarterback, but I do think that the coaching staff realizes that he is one of, if not the best receivers in football. This feels like an easy prop to play for this week as well, because I do think that we see the Vikings come out more aggressive, come out throwing, and Cousins to Jefferson is going to be the connection that we fall in love with once again. Let's go to the Giants and the Titans, and this is an interesting matchup here because you have new coaching staff for the Giants, and you have a Titans receiving core that's brand new. No more A.J. Brown. Treylon Burks did not have a great preseason, but I'm curious to see the prop you're going to play here for the Giants and the Titans.
These two teams are very similarly built, and I've seen both live in practice at training camp, was at both practices, and you look at Saquon Barkley. I like him going over 88.5 yards total offense because one of the matchups that I'm looking to see them exploit in this game is him versus that linebacking core of Tennessee. Without Harold Landry, so they're going to be trying to really focus on getting pressure on Daniel Jones, which shouldn't be a problem for them. But now you leave yourself susceptible to Saquon Barkley on those option routes, on those dart routes, on these routes where he's going to go deeper down the field. And also, by the way, he's still an explosive guy. And the key point about Saquon Barkley, what I've noticed from the start of training camp to where we are now, this dates back to 2 years ago. He has lost weight. He's leaned up back to what he looked like in 2018 when he was a rookie. So I'm expecting a big year from Saquon Barkley. They're going to try to load up and stop the run, which is fine. I only expect him to get about 50 to maybe 60-something yards rushing, but I do think his receiving skills will be more so on display because of the matchup. So I like him going over that number, 88.5 yards total offense.
I love that call. I love Saquon Barkley this year as long as he's healthy. Please stay healthy all season, Saquon, because fantasy managers are definitely counting on you, and I agree. He should be very, very heavily involved in the passing game today and all season long. Emory, you're the best. We appreciate your time here as always on Fantasy Football Today. Let's recap your picks and show you how Emory's helping you win money. Take the over on Mahomes, 2.5 passing touchdowns. The over on Josh Jacobs rushing yards. The over on Justin Jefferson with the 6.5 receptions. And the over with Saquon Barkley on 80.5 total yards. Fantasy managers love overs. Let's hope all of those hits to help you with your leagues and to help you win some money as well.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.